Rice, the staple food in Senegal for centuries. This brand is produced in farms very close to this market. Millions of Senegalese people are now turning to buying local produce as foreign rice becomes more and more unaffordable. For years, Senegal has been relying on imported rice from places like Southeast Asia, and in many ways it's neglected its own food production. But the global economic recession is forcing it to think very seriously about how to feed itself. The situation is compounded by last year's rise in food prices, caused in part by rising oil prices. It left many people struggling to feed themselves and their families. So the Senegalese government is embarking on a scheme encouraging people to leave the city and go to their rural homes and farm rice. It's providing farm inputs like fertilizers and machinery free of charge. ABDOULIE took up the government initiative when a new irrigation method was put in place so that rice could still be harvested in the very dry part of Senegal where he lives.
It's given us employment because more people are now back on their farms. It's increased people's income levels. Imported rice was way beyond the earning capacity of most Senegalese people.
Like the rice produced by thousands of other African farmers, ABDOULIE's rice is sold at affordable prices in towns and villages close to his home.
With the global economic recession, it is no longer acceptable for countries like ours to go looking for milk in Europe or meat in Argentina or even cereals in Latin America.
It's unclear whether Senegal's government will be able to provide for every person wanting to start small-scale farming for themselves. But in these hard economic times when many African countries are having to cut their food import bills, reviving their own agriculture could be the way forward. Yvonne Ndege, St. Louis, Senegal.